Hi, my name is Isaku Tanida with Element Biosciences. We put together a series of short educational videos to help you learn about the many useful features of the AVITI system. Today I'm going to go through something very basic but important by showing you what you need to do to prepare a library for the AVITI. To do that, I'll begin by explaining the overall design intent of the AVITI system. Then I'll walk you through the simple library prep tools we've created so you can understand how to use them. And lastly, I'll talk about our partnerships and the role they play to support our products and applications. So let's begin. The AVITI system was designed to work seamlessly within the NGS marketplace of tools and services available today. Not only at the beginning with the library prep step, but also near the end with data analysis, where the AVITI generates FASTQ files without any constraints that might hinder you from accessing your own data or limit your choices for secondary analysis. For the library prep, we offer two very simple options. The one on top in green is called the Adept Compatibility Workflow, and the one below in blue is called the Elevate Library Prep Workflow. You can see that both begin with a standard library prep kit that exists today. Let's call it a kit that you're already familiar with and you already like to use. You simply combine that kit with either of the options we provide, and you're ready to sequence on the AVITI. It's that simple. But let's take a closer look at each scenario. In the Adept workflow, you complete the library and then use that library as the input to a circularization process using the Adept Compatibility Kit pictured here in green. This circularization protocol takes 75 minutes total time, which includes 25 minutes hands-on time and requires no PCR amplification steps. Not only is the Adept kit easy and efficient, it's also very inexpensive with a cost of $120 for 24 reactions. You could view this as an added cost of $5 per sample, but if you pool samples as the input to the circularization reaction, the cost per sample becomes even lower and the process even easier because you're doing fewer of them. We ourselves at Element have validated this process with more than 24 different kits in a growing list that can be found on our website through this link pictured here at the bottom of the slide. In the Elevate workflow, things are very similar, but whereas with Adept you complete the library with other adapters and primers, with Elevate you can introduce our proprietary Element adapters and indexes to pull up to 96 samples in a streamlined protocol using our reagents. You can see the Elevate index and adapter kit pictured in the middle. It's priced at $530, which is similar to comparable offerings in the market. And the Elevate Circularization Kit is here to the right and priced identically to the Adept Compatibility Kit at $120 for 24 reactions, because both of those kits provide a similar process of circularization. Since these Elevate reagents are more directly tied to our AVITI system, you can also imagine that in the future, we'll expand performance and convenience features within this workflow. Taking this a step further, using the Adept and Elevate kits, we've worked closely with other leading innovators to document how seamlessly the AVITI system works with their respective products. You can also see that the partnerships we've formed are not strictly defined by library prep systems, but cover an array of areas including, for example, single-cell analysis, targeted depletion, as well as new forms of automation. Again, in each of these cases, no special optimizations were needed to show how the AVITI system produces high-quality data when combined with these technologies. The application notes you see are available on our website, and we're continually adding more to this growing list. To wrap things up, I put all the kits and components we've just reviewed in a table along with their pricing. Note the top two panels show the Adept and Elevate products, and that each has its own dedicated file control library that you can use for spike-in. I point that out simply to remind you that the spike-in library needs to match with the sequencing primers that are used in each process. Lastly, the bottom of the panel is just a reminder of the AVITI's exceptionally low operating costs, regardless of whether you run longer or shorter read-length assays. In summary, I hope you can see how the AVITI system was designed to fit seamlessly into almost any advanced genomics workflow, and that the library prep options you have at your disposal include the vast majority of the ecosystem that exists today. The Adept workflow is the simplest solution, while the Elevate workflow allows you to pool up to 96 samples using our adapter and index chemistries. And both workflows have little impact to your library prep costs and established protocols. We set out to prove all this through our partnerships with leading innovators, combining the AVITI system with products that they already offer today, and we continue to do so. Thank you for your time, and if you have any more questions, I welcome you to take a look at our recent blog on this topic on the Element Biosciences website. Thank you.